Hey guys, it's Katie. So today I actually have a really fun, kind of different tutorial for you guys. So I haven't done polymer clay in what seems like forever, so I decided I was going to do a polymer clay tutorial today. And it's kind of a bigger piece. I've done like little charms and stuff. I also made like a giant thing for my dad, but I don't have any. It was like a giant sculpture of dragon, so maybe I'll do like some kind of sculpture tutorial sometime. But for today, we have a wand tutorial. So this is Voldemort's wand from Harry Potter. I made it out of clay, and I think it turned out really cool. But you guys can see some close-ups of this and how to make it, so just keep watching. So I started off by taking some wooden dowels, and then I took a ruler and I just kind of measured out how long this was. I kind of wanted it to be accurate to like the actual wand, like the length and everything. So I took a Sharpie and then I measured out different sections and where I'm going to put the clay. They're about 1.5 inches and then 2 inches apart. So then I took some sandpaper and I'm just kind of tapering the end just to make it look a little more like a wand. So it looks like that. So this tutorial is really easy if you kind of take a reference photo. So I had one on my phone, but now I'm wrapping the end with masking tape just to give it some more thickness. And then I'm taking just some plain white polymer clay. You can buy these in giant blocks from Michael's and use your 50% off coupon, and it'll be pretty cheap. So I'm just sectioning this chunk off into two kind of like smaller balls for the handle and then the other part of the wand. So I'm taking a snake and I'm just flattening it out. This measures up to the first mark I made with the Sharpie. So I'm just taking that and I'm going to wrap it around that area where I put the masking tape. And this was kind of a thicker piece of clay because this is going to be for the handle part. So I just kind of squished that on there and I bent that extra top part over to create kind of like a ball. And I'm just taking the whole thing and I'm smoothing out all the lines and everything just to make it look nicer. So it should look something like that. Now I'm taking a smaller ball of clay and I'm just attaching it on the other side of that kind of ball shaped on the handle. And I'm just going to smooth that out as well. And it should look something like this once you have it all done. So now I'm rolling out another ball and I'm going to taper the end and make it kind of a cone shape. It should look like this. So I'm attaching it on to that area where we put the smaller ball of clay, and I'm just going to smooth that out. Sometimes it can be easier to use like a clay tool because your fingers can't always reach like the small spaces, so I'm just smoothing that out with this. So once that's all smoothed out how you like it, you want to take the tip of that and bend it forward. And it should look like this. Now I'm taking another log of clay, just a small one, and I'm putting it on the front because from my reference picture it like kind of had a curved edge there. And I'm just going to smooth that out using my fingers and the clay tool until all the lines are like kind of gone. So now I'm rolling out another smaller log and I'm flattening that out. And this got kind of cut off because I suck, but I'm just wrapping this around the very bottom of it just to kind of make it look a little bit better, and I'm smoothing that in. And now I'm going to pinch the end where the like larger circle is on the top and create kind of like a hooked shape. And then I'm going to just gently pinch the other end just to make a little triangle kind of shape. Now I'm taking my tool and I'm just pushing up on the bottom where the handle meets like the rest of the stick, just to give it a more like bony, messed up feel, I guess. And I'm taking my needle tool and I'm just kind of like defining the lines up here to make it kind of look like a bone. And I'm also going to just make some divots. All of this is just looking from the reference photo and what I thought would fit. So yeah, and I'm taking my needle tool and I'm just putting some lines in there to give it like a kind of woodeny, distressed feel. It's really kind of random. It's all about just looking at the photo and doing what you think would fit. I'm just doing some touch-ups there. But this is what it'll look like when I'm done with all the texturing. So now I'm taking another log of clay and I'm measuring it to that other Sharpie mark that I made, flattening it out, and then I'm wrapping it around that base. And then again, I'm going to smooth this out, attach it to the handle. And I'm taking an X-Acto knife and I'm just kind of like trimming it on the bottom just to make it look a little bit more messy. And it's also kind of on an angle, so now I'm just smoothing that out with my finger. If you can see the Sharpie mark, it's not a big deal because we will be painting this later. So now I'm just taking a needle tool and I'm adding the little holes that are in the base part of it, and all I'm doing is inserting my needle tool and pushing up just to create these little like divots in the wand. So now this is what it looks like. You're going to want to put this in your oven based on whatever your clay instructions say. So once it's all baked, you can go ahead and paint it. So I'm taking some dark brown paint and I'm painting that bottom part as well as all the way up the wooden dowel. This is just going to give it a nice kind of undertone to make it look a little bit more aged before you add the white paint. It's also going to help add those dark brown holes. So now I'm taking some white paint and I'm just gently going over it. I want those brown holes to like show up through the white, and I also kind of want the brown to show up a little bit through the white just to make it look a little more aged, kind of like wood. I then took kind of like a beigey white color, more like a cream color, and I'm just kind of gently going over the white just so it's not as bright of a white. It's more of like a muted white. I'm just kind of randomly putting it here and there. I don't want to coat the whole thing, but I do want it in some spots. So now I'm taking that cream color again, and I'm just going to go over that area where the white and the holes are showing through, because I didn't want it to be as white. And I'm also going to go ahead with that cream color and just paint the entire handle part. So now I'm just doing some shading with some like gold paint, brown paint, and more of that cream paint. I didn't want the gold to look too crazy, so I would go over it again with the cream just to make it look a little bit lighter. I'm just kind of coloring in the little divots and the details just so they're a little bit darker and have some dimension. And again, it's all just about looking at the reference photo and just kind of following those colors, following those patterns that you see in the picture, and just kind of recreating it with basic shapes. I just really wanted to make this look kind of realistic and aged and wooden, so I'm just kind of going all over it with paint. And to lighten it up a bit, I'm just lightly going over with that cream. And I'm using some dark brown underneath there to just give it some more dimension, and I also touched up the holes with some dark brown paint and a really tiny brush, just because I really wanted the brown to pop. I'm also adding some darker brown details into some of these divots and things, just to give it more dimension. This is what it looks like once I was done and kind of like happy with it. I think it turned out really good. Hello guys, we are back. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this. If you guys want to see me make more wands like this from different characters, then just let me know. I'm actually kind of excited to make more of these because, let's be honest, buying the replica wands is kind of expensive, although I would like the replica wands still. But yeah, I thought it was fun to just kind of make these. So if you want to see other characters, leave a comment down below of who you would like to see me make next. Wording? Weird. Okay. If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe down below. If you are subscribed, make sure you hit that little bell icon to make sure that you guys get notified every time I upload. Also give this video a thumbs up if you like clay tutorials, if you want to see more wand tutorials. All my social media links will be in the description box below, so be sure to check that out if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I do kind of do some sneak peeks on there once in a while, keep you updated when I'm not uploading, if you guys want to like see what I do in my free time, I guess. Let me know what house you guys are in. I'm a Hufflepuff. What are you? Well, I will see you guys on Wednesday for another Wreck This Journal, and next Saturday for another random DIY. Bye guys.